Before you head off to bed, and to keep you company during your long haul all night long, tune into DX, KDXC. KDXC 1620 AM for Maximum Overdrive Radio with my dear friend the Road Wolf. Followed by Eric Harley and Joe Kelly overnight only on the Midnight Cowboy Trucking Network.
Welcome to Talking Tows, a segment of Highway Hooker Radio where we talk about tow trucks and discuss issues and concerns of us who drive them, the American towing professional. Talking Tows is brought to you by the Iron Knights Association and our great supporting cast. Rocky Mountain Wrecker Supply, Murray, Utah. Federal Signal Corporation, all the better to see you. By Miller Industries, manufacturers of homes and Century towing equipment. By Jody's Diner of Evanston, Wyoming, when you just gotta eat. Now sit back, grab your coffee cup, and enjoy as we talk tow. Here on Talking Tows.
truckers, before you head off to bed and to keep you company during your long haul all night long, tune into DX, KDXC. KDXC 1620 AM for Maximum Overdrive Radio with my dear friend the Road Wolf. Followed by Eric Harley and Joe Kelly overnight only on the Midnight Cowboy Trucking Network.
To Road Wolf FM, home of Dixie Diesel Trucker Radio. Dixie Diesel Radio is brought to you by Peterbilt. Class in trucking is Peterbilt. By Cat Diesel. Power has one name, it's Caterpillar. By Cobra Electronics. By Pilot Flying J Travel Plazas, and of course, Love's Truck Stops. You'll fall in love with Love's. Dixie Diesel Trucker Radio is brought to you by A1 Towing of Twin Falls, Idaho. Road Wolf Towing of Idaho and Wyoming. By the Dixie Diesel Shop. Dixie Diesel Trucker Radio is presented by the Road Wolves Truckers Association of the Mountain West. Now sit back, shift into gear, and let's haul it here on Dixie Diesel Trucker Radio, a program of Road Wolf FM.
Well, hey, good morning, everybody. It is a Wednesday. Inside your radio as you haul it out. Hey, did you get any snags and drags last night? We got about 3. Must be that holiday bunch that comes in every year at about this time. Getting ready for Bang 'em Up Day, which is next week. Unfortunately, this may be our last show in Evanston, Wyoming. We start the actual move come Friday. Munchies. I ate here's something that I want to let you know. I really do. Started feeding these little seagulls that are creeping up on the back porch door here. But it wasn't enough just to give them a little bit of a snack. No. Now they expect it. So they'll sit over here at the top right above the building over here at the Washakie, and they'll sit right across the top of that roof. And the minute I come out the door and I throw out one little morsel, it's like a whole swarm comes in. Ha! And then they, and all of a sudden they're all over the place. And I thought that seagulls were somewhat of a tame bird. When it comes to food, they'll cannibalize each other. Something else I've learned, too, about seagulls. The little bastards will eat their own kind.
Welcome to Dixie Broadcasting, the powerful voice of today's Southern movement.
I'm serious. They'll actually cannibalize each other. Can you believe that? I mean, Who does that, right? But they will. They'll sit there or camelot or eat other birds. Think this. You throw them out a piece of chicken, the bastards will eat it all the way down to the fucking bone. Whoever thought of that, right? Okay. Ah, yes, the adventures of moving. You know, the old saying, and it does hold true. I don't give a shit who says. But it does hold true. When you start to move, guess what happens? You find out that you've collected a whole bunch of shit even after 2.5 years. Almost 3. I'm serious. Came up here with nothing more than a bamboo basket bed and a somewhat of a mattress. Now I've got all kinds of shit besides the radio gear and stuff. But no, now I got all kinds of stuff. Which means I'm going to end up having to do something called take at least 4 trips in the little truck and about 3 in the General Jackson, which I hope he'll make it. He's been burning quite a little bit of oil. I think I know where the problem is, but I'm not sure. But the thing is with the General Jackson, what I am seriously contemplating, and I hate to say I'm even thinking about it, but what I've been thinking about doing is maybe junking the whole car. And when I get over there, find something a little more, shall we say, appropriate to put the General Jackson label on. I know, but something like an American-made car, like a corn or like a, I don't know, either a Chevrolet or a Dodge product of sorts, you know, but something that's got a V8 and can actually put some balls to the wall. And then something I had to do the other day, and I didn't really want to do it, but I gave it to Rick. But this damn car that I was saving for Shelley, the damn thing, it's a nice little car, it really is. But after the vandalism that happened out at the shop here and all that, it really wasn't worth saving, per se. So I'm thinking once I get over there and then she comes out and we go over to Charlie's and really sweet talk him, maybe we can find something, I don't know, maybe a little nicer and a little bit more upstream for her. So, but that is after she learns how to drive. Right now, I wouldn't even, I passed a damn go-kart. I wouldn't put her in anything. Not that I don't think she couldn't drive, but I wouldn't subject the rest of the motoring public to that. Can you just see the, could you just see the insurance bill after some of the wreck shit caused? Woo! If she didn't kill somebody, she'd be in jail for the amount of damn traffic tickets. I'm not saying Shelley's stupid, so don't get me wrong. It's just that sometimes I think that maybe the elevator ain't making it to the top floor. And if it is, it ain't staying there. So, but we'll see how that happens. Speaking of which, and I got to say this, because if I didn't, I'd be lying. Okay? That so-called, that I thought we had out of the way, jealousy streak or whatever the hell it is, constantly returns. It really does. Every time. I'm serious. It does. It always returns. I can't even look at a gal on Facebook. You know that? I can't. Speaking of Facebook, I got to say something here, too. The other day I had a problem trying to get my contacts to show up on the, that first page when you click on Facebook, they call it the news feed or whatever. Well, over on the right side, you got all where your contacts are at, where the little green light comes on so you know who the hell, if it's somebody you want to talk to, has happened to be on. All right, so I couldn't get that to come up no how, no way. Now, if I went to, say, Internet Explorer, I could do it. But while I was on Google Chrome, that didn't work. So I finally messed around with some settings on Google, and now it works like it's supposed to. But the thing is, I asked Facebook, hey, this ain't showing, man. How do you fix the damn thing? We don't have nothing in our database. Yep. Remember the old cartoon character, Mortimer Snerd? Yep. Mortimer Snerd here. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you'd think the people at Facebook and some of these outfits are kind of retards. They gotta be. I'm sorry. Mentally challenged. You can't say retard. The hell I can't. I'm serious. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Right? Okay. So, anyhow, I thought for damn sure, you got to be kidding. It just, I don't know. Anyway, so I woke up this morning. I woke up to my body having a, shall we say, a fun moment. It was. I suppose that for once I was relaxed enough to where I could finally kick back and say, damn, that felt good. Anyway. Welcome in. It is, like I said, Wednesday morning. Now, yesterday I was going to venture over to Wendell with a load, but the weather it said it was supposed to rain like a son of a bitch, which it didn't. Why can't, which brings me to a lot of stuff. Why can't some of these automated whatsamabobs on these computer systems, why can't they get the shit together? I mean, good God, there's people that are making $100,000 a year plus, and there's so damn much techno bullshit that is going wrong. I mean, serious. You get Kim Commando and a few other people on there saying, yeah, guard your stuff this from this here where and that where and this where. I got an idea. Let's guard ourselves away from stupidware. People who program Google, Blogger, Pinterest, Facebook, gosh knows what all. And especially WeatherBug. Come on. WeatherBug, I can remember, was one of the first utilities that I put on a computer. That was back when we first started doing this radio gig. Of course, it's evolved. But the WeatherBug let me have a forecast and a temperature of where I was at. And usually I tried to pick some place that I knew was only a few blocks or at most maybe not even a mile away from me, because I knew that the damn temperature wouldn't change that much. So I started using that, and that stuff's been pretty damn good for me so far. But still, I mean, come on. And then you go to Facebook. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Facebook says, hey, make a video. Really? Really, Facebook? But you plug it in. But there's no camera. Why can't they do it? Why can't a lot of these outfits get like live stream? Even Spreaker, in a lot of ways, has got a lot of maturing to do to equal live stream's performance capability. I mean, serious. You know what's nice about live stream against, I don't know, Spreaker and a bunch of these outfits? No matter how much I'm on for 3 hours, no matter what the fuck I put on there, guess what? Live stream is free. It don't cost me a goddamn thing. I don't know, you know. I just don't know. 20 minutes past the top of the hour. So anyway, I thought, you know, why can't they get those things together? It's just, I don't know. Now, have you heard this thing now? Now there's some people, one outfit, I think somebody said there was one at Home Depot, and obviously it's going to have to be built by a guy because a woman can't do it by herself, or at least most women can't. I know some redneck women that might, but I know this one, or a few that I know won't. But now they're starting to come up with women caves. What, the whole damn house ain't big enough? Now they got to make a woman cave. Something where they can go do their little sewing and make their little trinkets. Kind of like a little boutique. Little cottage out back. Well, the other 3 bears and 3 wolves sit up front and scrounge food. Mama Wolf can go back and sit in her little woman cave. Guess what? We already got one at the new house. I got a 6x6 tin shed with a door. And I'm going to fix that up for her anyway. But still, the long and short of it is, now they're making small little, I won't call them houses, but they're like mini houses. That's just, you know. Now, if you want to see an example of what the hell I'm talking about, and it's one of those things that the theme song of it is always in my head. I can't help it. You ever seen the show on the Disney Channel called Andy Mack? Well, if you haven't, you really should. For a lot of reasons. One is Andy Mack, 95% of it is produced, shot, and all that in Utah. Pretty much up around Granite, Sugar House, and up in that neck of the woods. Or city. It ain't no woods in there. Except City Creek, and that's all paved over now. No, but up there at City Creek, that's where you find the Spoon Diner and a few other places. But anyway, that's where it is. But that theme song is stuck in my head. Now, if you watch this series, you always notice that you got the little Mac house or the Andy house out back, right? The little cottage that for her. To where she can do her little trinkets and make her little art projects and so on and so forth. What? A whole damn room in a house isn't big enough? Guess not. But it's where she can go to be private and, you know, just by herself. Which I kind of think some of these things are ideal, right? So, guys have garages to fix our bikes. I guess women deserve to have their own little place out back the house. But now, Home Depot, Lowe's, and if you are actually building kits to put these damn things together. So wait until your old lady comes home and goes, honey, you know, I would sure love for you to buy this for me. Would you please? I'll give you a little of this if you do that. And they always use that as the persuasive thing. You ever notice that? Sex is always the tool that women use to get you to do anything they want. You know, there used to be an old saying that used to say, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. It's the woman with the tightest snatch that rules the household. Trust me, I guarantee. I've always said that a woman's vagina has got to be one of the most powerful things on earth. It really does. Because more wars, more things, more fights, and a bunch of other, and more crimes have been committed over a woman's crotch than any other single item that you can talk about. I don't care. The only thing second that a guy will fight over is his truck or car or bike. Anything else? Not that much. Now, as far as me, I'll take it or leave it. You know, I'd rather have the truck. I really would. But, pussy. Oh, yeah, pussy. Gotta have that pussy. And they use it. Now, understand, women can go a hell of a lot longer without sex than you can. They may not admit it. They may not say it. But trust me, they can go a hell of a lot longer than you can. They do not need it. They just don't. It's kind of like when they sit there and you want what? Okay, get it over. And then when it's done, they roll over and either go to sleep or they go, and what was that? Well, I was just trying to do something, trying something new. What, that little position you got? What, that little slut down there at the fucking damn bar teach you that shit? That's usually what I get. Say what? Now, no guy, I don't care who you are. You're not going to admit right off the bat going, honey. Don't know anybody by that name, you know. But you know you'd like to. You may not have exercised the option, but sure in the hell was looking at the product, right? Yep. He was looking. That's really what is the man cave. That little itty bitty thing. And have you ever put your finger in that thing? It fills up with, well, whatever it fills up with, moisture. Almost like a little pond, and you can go. You can sit there and play with that damn thing. I like playing with it a lot, you know. Hey. Get away from that, you dummy. But no, all jokes aside, you want to play with that. That feels good. Really? Yeah, it does. Now you want to start experimenting with things. Right? You want to see how this mixes in with something else, something that is edible. Sure, I know, pussy is edible too. But after a little while, the ammonia, especially if she hasn't really went in and taken a good bath and got rid of this magma. Most women don't even know what the hell that is. Look it up in Quivering Jello, Susan Rogers. Sex with Sue. No, I'm serious. Go look it up. Smegma is one of the worst things in the world. It's that white cruddy shit that nobody ever cleans up. And that's what usually causes, when it gets right down to it, yeast infections. If that's not cleaned up, the bacteria sets in, and that's why they start scratching. But anyway, yay! I can scratch all day. This is a good excuse. Now I can give myself a pleasure. Shelley said she came home the other night thinking about me, and she was all wet. Really? I do have that I do have that effect, don't I? Oh! You knew I was going to do that, didn't you? Of course you did. But anyway, I don't know. No, I'm not Mr. Super Lover. I just know how to do shit. I was taught by some very nice women who, when it really comes down to it, when I learned about things, now granted, the woman that actually took my cherry was a young, I don't know if you've ever seen, if anybody has not, Shelley, I hope you're listening, but if anybody ever actually wants to figure out what the hell happened to me when I was young, go check out the damn movie Summer of 42. It's got Jennifer O'Neill, Gary Grimes, and it's a decent fucking movie. Now, in my case, when that happened, I was riding around on my little itty-bitty Suzuki MT-50J Trailhopper, right? I was fetching parts to put together the Mercury, old Betsy. Now, that we later called the Blue Merc, that I went by on the CB too because of it. But anyway, the long and short of it is, there was a guy that lived in our community by the name of Les Lynch. His wife, Kathy Lynch, who, from what I've discovered, has, let's say, taught just about every real guy in Hazard, Wendell, Tuttle, Bliss, and a few other places the meanings of life. I'm serious. She is the one that did it. I know.
You nasty boy, you! You shouldn't talk about things like that.
The hell I shouldn't. But anyway, but no, so she did. Kathy Lynch, when I went up there to fetching parts out of Les Lynch's old junkyard up there behind his little house out there almost, well, yeah, the other side of Chris. Anyway, the other thing is, so I went out there and we was fetching, I always fetch parts out of there. Well, it was I think it was a June. Maybe that's it. No, yeah, it was. Okay. So I'd been going up there for quite a bit. One day, she was home. And so I was out there working and all greasy and oily and all that. She says, why don't you come on up here, clean up a little bit? Maybe we'll have some iced tea. Yeah, okay, I'm game. Damn right I am. So she invited me up. We sat I went in and took a shower in her little makeshift shower, got all nice and dry and clean. And we was sitting there having that tea and stuff, and she went in and put on the whitest, I mean fucking pearl white. There weren't Daisy Duke shorts because Daisy hadn't come around just yet. But they were extremely short shorts anyway. And some really purple, I mean, super hot stockings. And I don't remember if she had boots or go-go or heels. I don't think she had heels because I would have felt those. And a nice, what I used to call a bubble top. They don't make the son of a bitches anymore. But it used to be like a little bitty halter top with little bitty fluffs of fabric that kind of looked like little bubbles all over it. Anyway, the long and short of it is, yeah, she did it. She took the cherry. She kind of taught me some of what I needed to know, but not everything. And after that, I was damn well fucking curious. So on my 19th birthday, because she could get away with it, what did Mom do? The smart little woman that she is, she knew that she wasn't going to be able to explain this quite right. She had one of our ranch hands and a couple of grand to take me down to the Sugar Shack in Wells, Nevada. Yep. So we get down there, and I found out that they give free chicken and free dinners And a wake-up coffee in the morning with a sweet roll. Trucker Appreciation Day every single Saturday. But anyway, so we got down there, right? They didn't know I wasn't 21. Cal wasn't about to say anything, so, hey, it worked. So this little gal, this old gorgeous-looking blonde, maybe that's why I like them so much. Anyway, so, yep, you got it, Toyota. So guess what? Yep, she did. That was what happened. The next day, yeah, I pretty much knew just about everything that I needed to know and a hell of a lot of shit that a lot of other people didn't know. That first of all, Oriental pussy was not sideways. Okay? I got to see some. Anyway, and then of course, oh, it was heavenly. So after about 2 or 3 shots at marriage, finally me and Monkey was finally together. She was the only one that actually took patience to try to figure me out, and I'm sorry I ever did anything that screwed that up. Boy, am I sorry. But anyway, so here come Monkey. And I think it was maybe about the 2nd or 3rd month that we were together, and I wanted to try some different shit. You know, it always makes you wonder why they call it the missionary position. Don't you? Is it because it looks like you're sitting there praying? I think so. Oh, yeah, I hope she's satisfied soon. I pray she's satisfied soon. Of course, it might have to do with something where when she says, oh, Lord, I'm a-coming. I'm a-coming, Lord. Hey, I'm a-coming. That might be part of it. Anyway, but I started thinking, can you mix food in there? Now, I got that from a movie once where somebody was actually eating and drinking or popping little cherries out of her belly button. So I thought, okay, the belly button's fine, and you can kind of lap up syrup off of her belly. But what about, So I started with the whipped cream. Yep. That was okay. Then I started the cherries. That was even better. Then I started doing something that Trish taught me about. The gal, I kept in touch with her afterwards. I have a problem with that. Every woman that I always do always wants more, because I know I am up to experimenting on things. So you had to be there, friends. It really was. She is one of those kind that, yeah, never ever actually have heard much from her since. You know, maybe she split. I don't know. Maybe she's still there. But on the night right before I met Monkey, she introduced me to a thing called the Banaka Blast. Now, if you don't know what the hell that is, I'm going to tell you. Remember the old Banaka breath sprays? The one that the nerds always used to use before they kissed somebody? Well, imagine, and it works both ways. Trust me, it do. It makes sex thing of thunder thighs. Serious. But you spray a pretty good dose on your tongue. And that way, when you're licking her out, it hits that dadgum clitoris. You don't have no problem with foreplay for a while. She's taking it to the next level because she's already there. And if she does the opposite, trust me, Herman ain't going to complain one damn bit. I mean, it kind of wakes up the whole damn experience. But Jan, Monkey, hadn't yet experienced the Banaka Blast. So, I tried it. Once I did, she wanted more. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So that was how that all happened. You just had to be there. It was one of those things that you kind of enjoyed. You wanted to, you did, and it fulfilled the need. Which is always a good thing when it fills the need, you see. Anyway, 20 minutes to the top of the hour, KTOW FM 105.7. Wendell, Tuttle, and Hazard, Idaho, back where we ought to be. Oh, it's nice to finally get in, you know. I've been thinking about trying to do it from over there, and of course we're going to try to do this very seamlessly, unplug and plug in over there or back over here. But son of a bitch, mostly the big hold up is mostly the vehicles, you know. It really is. But considering that I got a lot of legal stuff to do today, I've got to get off of here and go take care of that. So I'm going to be backing out here in just a little bit and having a more extensive show once we get plugged in back over there. So if you don't hear from me until about right after the 4th of July, don't worry. We're still around. You can always find out what the hell's going on in the blogs. Speaking of which, I did something the other day and it fucked up a whole mess of shit. I went on, or actually I unplugged the modem that usually feeds old Bessie here, my fancy-ass computer, right? The main one that I use, and plugged in my little laptop into the same modem. And mostly to update the laptop, you know, the security shit. Well, guess what? It fucked up both of them. So it's taken me about 3 to 4 days just to try to get all the shit out of a mess. That's what it did. I mean, seriously. I mean, whew. But anyway, I got her done. But yeah, we're going to be off of it here from today until, well, I should say Thursday into probably a week from Thursday or so. Mostly to get all this stuff moved, hooked back up, and fired. But still, the long and short of it is, I'm looking forward to it. Now, I'm not saying that Evanston, Wyoming is a bad place. It really isn't. If you happen to be somebody who is old, wants to retire, and don't mind living on a mediocre income, pretty much state or government sponsored. However, if you're a young person, you want to do something with your life, you want to start a business, and do some, I would say, erotic as well as exotic things, don't come to Evanston, Wyoming. Otherwise, people will shun you. They will tell you to go the fuck away.
You can't do that here. That's indecent. You want girls in your damn apartment just to do radio? Sure you do. You want to fuck them.
Or at least that's what the hell. Well, that's what the hell Shelley always says.
Who is that person in your apartment?
The cat. I don't want to do a cat. Knew a guy that tried to do a poodle. That wasn't cool. I'm dead serious. Jimmy damn near shot the fucker. But anyway. But still, I mean, yeah. Did a whole, little April, a little itty bitty poodle was kind of off bluish gray, I don't know. Damn son of a bitch was so damn horny there in Hazard. He had to go. I almost took it. It's too damn bad that Kathy didn't open up a house out there. Or at least his daughters. Somebody told me once that Lorraine thought about doing something like that and never got around to it, but I don't know. Anyway, but the long and short of it is, you don't want to move here if you want to start a business and expand and make a lot of money. The only people that make any kind of money in Evanston is absentee landlords, property owners, who in return rent property for way more than what the fuck it's worth and way more than what technically is affordable. Shops, $800 a month. Bullshit. Cut that down to about 5 or 6 and we'll talk. Apartments, right? Now, I've never been able to figure out the difference between tax subsidized, government housing, or tax credit. But if it's tax credit, it's governed by HUD, right? It's governed by the damn government. So certain income requirements have to be met. If it's not tax subsidized, why should they give a fuck how much you make? Who cares? The manager here says, oh, once you get in, doesn't matter how much after that you make. You just got to make a little bit at first. Now, I want to know something. If you came into the Wentworth here or someplace and you were only making, I don't know, the minimum, what, 9-10 grand that you're supposed that they clip you off at? But then, once you're here, it really won't happen because nobody makes that much. At least not hard-working people around here. But let's say you started making $100,000 a year or more. Would they here? Would they actually? You know I'm going to do it, don't you? But would they actually cut you off? Would they say, hey, you're making too damn much money. Get the fuck out of here. Would they do that? I don't know. It's got to be one of those times you got to scratch your head and go, what the hell is the difference? And if you want to come to a community that is extremely unfriendly towards anybody that hasn't been born here or went to school here, married here, started their whatever here, like Nate or a few others, bought a plot of ground to where you can get buried here, had at least 2 or 3 divorces here. If it's none of those 2 or 3 or so, don't bother because nobody likes you. I don't know how many, and I'm still trying to figure this out, the actual level, even in our LDS ward or our Mormon ward here. And I wanted to do somewhat of a survey, but I haven't quite got to it. Now it doesn't really matter. But I always thought, I wonder how many of these people in here are actually naturally born people. I'm not talking the newborns that are coming in now. I'm talking the older people. How many of them were actually born here? number one. Number two, how many of them were born into the church? I mean, actually came in, got blessed, went to primary, went to mutual, went to young adults, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Eagle Scouts, all levels of the priesthood, and for that matter, Relief Society. How many of them are actually natural born church members, as opposed to being converts? Now, converts are people have been converted from other religions and other sources of people who come into the church. Usually by the sale of a missionary. That's what it is. Missionaries make the best damn salesmen. If they can get somebody to disregard every damn thing they've ever believed and walk into a church, get in a white robe, get down in some water, get dunked, get out, and eat some bunch of fattening food, then damn it, they've done a pretty good sale. You know, that was something else I did here not too long ago. And I'm sorry it came out the way it did, but I was. It was at a point in time in my life where I was extremely vulnerable. I was extremely alone. And quite frankly, and I hate to say it, but at the time I really had no thought of ever going back to Shelley. And there was this little itty-bitty missionary chick. I know. It's kind of bad. Technically, they don't even know the parameters if it can actually happen. They don't exactly promote the idea, but they don't say, you can't do that. Really? But there was a little gal that was a missionary chick by the name of Missionary Westover. Oh, she was gorgeous. She had really curly hair. You remember the gal that played on Yes Dear, the series? Shit. I want to say her last name is whatever the hell it was. Now it completely blew out of my head. But anyway, that curly-haired chick that was on there, yeah. That is what Miss Westover had, only her hair was dark black. I mean, jet black, just completely mysterious. And she had a set of eyes that would burn into your soul. I know, she's a missionary. She's supposed to. You dumbass. No, serious. Serious, that's what she said, and that's what she did. But anyway, that's what happened. And of course, Herman was going, I wonder what this would do. Now, here is one of those things that you really have to watch out. And if you want to talk about even competitiveness, even between missionaries, and I don't even know why. I don't even know what her name is. Can't even remember it. But the little lady companion that was with Miss Westover, she must have been reading a lot of my blogs and shit. But here's the thing. Everybody knows that I'm attracted to women and gals in nylons and somewhat heels, right? Especially when they take the shoes off. Okay? Miss Westover had split. Went down to Park City somewhere, thinking about going down there just one time just to go see. But anyway, you nasty boy, you. But anyway, I thought, yeah, I can go down there, do that. But anyway, so we're sitting in this room, and I was trying to talk to one of our city council members who actually goes to the same, well, she doesn't go to the same ward, just the same building, just a little bit before ours starts. Anyway, we were sitting down talking about city politics. And here come these two in. The one gal and another missionary. The replacement for Miss Westover. So they sat down. This one that had been with Miss Westover since I met him was extremely trying to get my attention. You could tell. She took off her shoe, made sure that I saw her nylon toes and all that, and put them out there just to where they were just fractions of an inch of my nose, just to see if I'd take the bite. I thought about it. Had the bishop not walked in, I might have. Hey, get out of here, you nasty fucker! But anyway, still, I thought, hey, this might be cool and all that. So now, some of you may be starting to think, why the hell am I'm rekindling the nightmare that might turn into something good this time with Shelley? Partially, it's the fact that when the last of May, first part of June, when I knew that I had to fucking move away from here, because there ain't no future for me here. By the time I started adding up the $500 a month and the $300 a month for cable and power and water, I knew that I was in trouble, money-wise. But that's not the only damn reason. A different community that's extremely small, like Wendell and Hazard is, with a lot of the resources that needs to be so that Shelley can maybe get popped out of that damn shell and correct some of the malfunctions that messed us up the first 2 times. And then I also did it simply because I was told to by the Holy Ghost. And number 3, I figured that if there's got to be a reason why her and I connected. The Lord does not put somebody in your path by mistake. The Lord just doesn't do it. There's a reason that there was that night that online on Facebook that I saw her with her Airwolf stories. Now, granted, that was a lot of bullshit because, well, that was just a bunch of bullshit. But still, it was. Anybody that wasn't paying attention or was paying attention then wasn't. But anyway, the long and short of it was, Shelley, I don't know. She's just a strange one. She really is. But I love her. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm going to take another shot here, but I know that if I brought her back here to Evanston, it would be the same shit. The same surroundings, the same teasing pussy that wants to jump my chain or think they do only to piss her off and all that shit. Just ain't going to cut it. Being over around Wendell and Hazard, yeah, there's going to be some gals that I used to know when I was in school and stuff that I'm going to have to talk her through. But none of them really want me anymore. Most of them have got married or have kids and or got husbands, and most of them are guys that I used to know as well as knights. So that part of it is not a problem. Plus, there's the mental health facilities over there. There is the medical facilities over there. There's the educational facilities over there. And a lot of things that are not available in Evanston, Wyoming. Never will, never can, never No matter how you slice it, it just ain't here. And what little bit of it they got here, shit. I remember once, but anyway, I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, that's the reason why the relocation. So I figured, okay, if she wants to get back with me, she's going to have to contribute. Well, she has, although it's only $120 and it's come way the fuck too late in the month, but it's getting there. And if she's smart, she'll kick in the other 5 or 5.5 or whatever on Thursday. The only problem is to be able to get that money from Walmart. Today, I've got to venture over at some point, probably like at about noon or so, because I've got to get some sleep. But at about noon, 1 o'clock, as it starts to get warm and all, or gets cooling off, I'm going to head over there so that Thursday morning I can run up to Gooding, snag my driver's license. Maybe I can get up there early enough later. But anyway, so that Thursday morning I can go up and get that and get back here so I can give
the key to the grand fucking landlord down at the shop who thinks that, oh, give me back my key.
I ought to make him pay for it. Call me stupid, but it ought to be. Anyway. So, but anyway, that's why I'm getting together with Shelley. Now, I can remember, to give you a picture here, of why I say the mental health facilities, or at least treatment options in Evanston, are extremely limited. Not that I would actually do it, understand, because taking one's life, especially your own, is an insult to God, Heavenly Father. Because by doing so, you're looking at him saying, you're fucked up, Lord. I got to get out of here. You're leaving me down here for some damn reason. It ain't cool. You're messing up the Lord's plan. So, suicide is not an answer. However, there was one point in time that I was so damn depressed that I was really seriously contemplating it. Figured, what the shit? That was the first time Shelley split, and I thought, what the shit? I'm done. Why the hell do I got to be here? I've done everything I pretty much needed to. I got radio. I fly. I build bikes. I got Lexi Bell. I got a shop. Oh, at that time I was starting just about losing it then. But still, I had everything I needed. What the hell? I'm done. Life is over with. What the hell do I got to be here for? So I told Shelley this shit, right? So what does she do? She called, says Evanston, Illinois. Didn't figure out Wyoming. So anyway, they got a hold of finally the fuzz here. And they came, and we sat down, and I went to talk to some stupid counselor down at City Hall, down at the fuzz station. And they said, we'll call you back tomorrow. Really? Here I was, damn near ready to off myself. Yep. And they said, call tomorrow. They would call tomorrow. That tomorrow was last July. You see the pattern here? Basically, the damn mental health companies here, even though they got a nut house just down the street, the actual treatment facility doesn't give a shit if you off yourself anyway. It's one less damn welfare case to them. And even to get that, you got to fill out a whole damn tab of paperwork. Really? I mean, I have to fill all this shit up just to go in here and see a damn shrink? Bullshit. Yeah, I know there's some of that you still got to do over there in Twinkie Flats. But still, the long and short of it is, it's only like about 2 or 3 pages. What you're allergic to, what you're not allergic to, why the hell you want to see them, what you think your problem is. That's pretty much about it. And who you'd like to see as a therapist.
If you know anybody.
I know too. But anyway, and then of course, no place, and I've never seen it either in Utah nor Wyoming. I want a PSR. Now, I'm going to have to look up exactly what the hell that stands for. But I remember the one that I had over there in Twin Falls. And I kind of, well, Hagerman, Hazard, Bliss, all over there. But anyway, Todd was his name was Todd Woodward. And he was a pretty cool dude. He really was. There was a couple of times I wanted to backhand him and give him an attitude adjustment. But he was a pretty cool dude, and he was pretty handy to have around. The 2 or 3 times I was moving, who the fuck needs a damn helper to move? That bastard was stout enough. Hell, he could pick up the whole fucking mattress all by himself and throw it on the truck. He'd pick up a couch and put it on his shoulder, and off it went, and he didn't have to help. Hey, can you want to go through the door? Nope. I'll pick it up and carry it out myself, you son of a bitch. But anyway, what you did. And if I had any kind of heavyweight work to do, and either Bro or Rick wasn't around, no problem. Here come Todd. He'd kick their ass, and I'd say, okay, thank you. But yeah, he was handy. But he got me doing things that I didn't used to do. Like just doing something like just going out and taking a walk. I'm serious. That's all I did. I'd take a damn walk. It was kind of nice taking a walk. We'd go down there below the falls, right below the old hospital, which is now pretty much the county courthouse in Twin Falls. But we'd go down that path. And we'd go all the way down to the bottom and all the way back up to the top. I was thinking about that. That might not be a bad idea. Shut up. Anyway, so, but yeah, that's what we did. We'd go down there, cross the bridge, fiddle fuck around have our little therapy session at the picnic tables, then come back up again. Walking down, no problem. Walking back up took some effort. But if you did that the 2 times a week that he came to see me, that wasn't half bad. I actually started gaining some muscle tone in my legs, and I actually started seriously losing weight. And it worked. It got my mind clear and everything else to where I could think. And things were going halfway decent. Now, if anybody asks why the hell I even moved from Twin Falls, there was a gal who's sort of sold me for 2 packs of cigarettes and a case of beer, the radio console that I use. But she came back and she wanted more money. I said, I'm sorry, dear, the deal was made. I want more, I want more, I want more. So one day she came in and started grabbing a hold of computer screens and all kinds of shit, and I said, get the hell out of here. I called the cops. And, of course, law enforcement believed the woman, which is what it always is. It's kind of like truckers against four-wheelers. 9 times out of 10, if a damn truck is involved with the damn four-wheeler, the four-wheeler is going to get out of it, and the guy that drives the truck is going to get cited.
Yep, you're going to get a ticket.
An invitation to go see the judge, and it's written. And it always has that damn thing on their greetings. Fuck greetings. I don't want greetings. I want somebody to say, sorry, son of a bitch, you got to go see the judge. Make more sense, man, straightforward. Anyway, but that's why I moved. And we thought, well, a bigger pipeline and all that. There wasn't the expansion of cable or communication capabilities over there as there is now. The growth in the valley that has happened in the last 2.5 to 3 years has provided a lot of things that previously just were not available. The population density was too damn small over there, and so on and so forth. So a lot of the big companies thought, what the hell, we don't need this shit. Now they're starting to wake up and starting to expand some stuff. I think that Cable One and a bunch of those people figured out that it's either them or somebody else is going to do it. So why, let them have the opportunity to, monopolize the damn thing. So let's do it anyway. And so they did. So, anyway. 15 minutes past the top of the hour. Anyway, so that's kind of pretty much what happened. Anyway, like I said, I got a busy day today, so I'm going to back them on out of here. If all things work, I will be back in here tonight. If you don't hear me, you'll know that we've unplugged everything and started the move. And we'll be back on the 4th of July. Until then, y'all, take her easy, drive careful, and hook 'em the best way you can.
and regressive acts we've seen in a while. And that's saying a lot because college campuses in general have become an incubus for leftist bullshit. But congrats, Harvard, you've outdone yourself this year with your segregated graduation ceremonies. Black members of the class of 2017 decided to hold an individual ceremony to celebrate their exclusive accomplishments that apparently wouldn't mean as much if other races got in the mix. If this bullshit were a course of study, it would be titled Hypocrisy 101. Seriously, are you freaking kidding me? After everything this country has been through and the work of so many white and black to bring us together, why does it seem like some are hell-bent on pushing us apart? What else would you call this? This is segregation, and it only breeds resentment for some and white guilt for others. Enough! What does the victimhood mentality do for anyone? You graduated from an Ivy League school. You worked your ass off. You're ready to take on the world and make a difference. But you're too special to share the celebration with white classmates? What the hell kind of bullshit is that? Can you imagine what would happen if white students asked to do the same thing? People would lose their freaking minds. You want racism and inequality to go away? Stop bringing it up and exploiting it for special treatment. Police are victimizing you. Trump is victimizing you. Conservatives are victimizing you. When does it end? I've had it with this dear white people nonsense and the life's not fair card thrown out at every turn justify crap like a segregated graduation. You worked hard. You studied hard. Your white classmates did too. Why would anyone want to purposely divide an accomplishment on race? This garbage and riots on campuses like UC Berkeley are not social justice movements, and they do nothing but foster more division, more anger, and more entitlement. You say President Trump wants to take us back to the 50s? Nah, you've got it twisted. And those are my final thoughts. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tommy Laren from Dallas. God bless, and take care.
Beautiful like department store pantyhose. It's better than some department store pantyhose. Some department store pantyhose may pull out of shape. Ultra Sense won't. Pull after pull. Fabulous look. Fabulous fit.
That makes sense.
That makes Ultra Sense. 11 million units is sold.
Was that not clear without the bam? Yeah, okay. Bam! What?